If the way we think about ourselves doesn't match what we're trying to do, if we don't think about ourselves as somebody who's actually capable of achieving what we're setting out to achieve, we're not going to achieve it. And that may sound like, well, yeah, okay, duh. But so many of us fail to set those goals that are going to, just take us out of the ordinary and deliver us into the really just the big life. Okay, big life. We want to live big. Go big or go home. That's the title for the program today. Go big or go home. Because it's really what everything boils down to. Life is short, but life is also wonderful. And when you put those two things together, the decision really becomes, are you going to take the most that you can get out of this short, marvelous existence? Or are you going to settle for something less? Because we all have that potential. And this is what I was getting at. Yeah, well, I got a little distracted talking about this and that, which, of course, if you're a long-time listener to the program, you know that I tend to get that way. But this is what I was talking about, that, every child in nature has the potential to become as the parent. We have the potential to become as our heavenly parents. And so when you think about like the nature of God and the characteristics of God and who and what God is, I mean, you're talking about something that, from perspective of people here in the world, it's limitless. It's eternal. It's infinite. It's without bounds. And so you think about it from that standpoint, that is the potential that we have, because that's where we come from. We have the potential to be, without bound, without limits. And when you start living your life that way, without bounds and without limits. Now, when I say live life without bounds and limits, I don't want any of you out there taking this to an extreme and thinking that I'm talking about ignoring our covenants. I'm not suggesting that we ignore our covenants. I'm not suggesting that we throw the commandments away. Okay? The commandments and our covenants are given to us because they mark the path of safety and happiness. They really do. And so what I'm really getting at when I'm talking about, living without limits, I'm talking about our goals and trying to achieve our potential. That, the best way to achieve our potential and become everything that we're capable of becoming is to stay within the bounds that are set by our covenants and the commandments. Staying inside those bounds helps us to become more free to achieve the potential that we're able to achieve. And when we disregard our covenants, then we limit ourselves. And we basically put ourselves in our own way. We're providing obstacles for our own growth. But, the way to get rid of those obstacles and get out of your way is just, get out of your way. Start thinking things the right way. Start thinking about yourself as someone who can actually achieve and do great things. Have that self-image that matches what you want to do. Change the self-image to match what you want to do and achieve. Change the self-image to match the life that you want to have for yourself. Because if you don't do that, if you don't get good with you on the inside, then none of this other stuff is ever going to, it's not going to make any difference for you. You're just going to continue to have the same ho-hum existence. And this year is going to be the same as last year. And it's going to be the same as the year before that, and the year before that, and the year before that. And when I say it's going to be the same, what I mean is you're not going to be fundamentally different. You're not going to be any better in any substantial way. If you want to change, if you want to improve, if you want to get more out of your life, if you want to, not just feel more joy, but be more joy. Have that, again, focus on that state of being rather than the emotion. If you want to have joy be a part of your being and your character so much more than you've ever felt it before, there's a way to get there. There's a way to get there. And it's not just going after goals that you set for yourself in your life. It's more than that. You have to actually prepare for your journey to go after your goals. And this is why I talk about getting good with you. You got to get good with you on the inside. Howdy peeps. I hope you enjoyed this clip from the Join the Journey radio program. And if you did, be sure to click subscribe so you can get more clips in the future. And be sure to check out the Join the Journey radio program broadcast every Wednesday night on the Join the Journey radio network. Find more information at jointhejourneyradio.com.